Hi lovies and welcome back to this channel. If you're new here, my name is Belinda's Jana. Thank you so much for all the love and support, and here is Ballistic Gist. Don't forget to please subscribe to this channel, turn on notifications so that anytime I upload videos, you will be the first person to be notified. And to my returning subscribers, thank you so much for all the love and support. To those people that share my videos, leave commentaries, and also educate each and every one of us, you guys are the real MVP. So guys, I came across this video on my For You page on TikTok, and I thought to share with you guys where the grandmother-in-law of this said officer that did the pill to the black lady that have been going circulating on all over social media, Sonia Mercy, decided to write an article, telling people or asking people if they never had a heart because they never asked of how the said officer is feeling. And this got me reacting. Like, I was like, what is she talking about? And I was able to put up some of those stitches. I'm just gonna roll it. Please leave me your own thoughts in the comment section of what you think of this video. Alright, lovelies, let's dive into it.
Sean Grayson, the man who unalived Sonia Massey inside of her home on July 6th, his grandmother-in-law to be, Brenda Butterfield, the mother of Deputy Scott Butterfield and the grandmother of Sean Grayson's fiance, has written an article for the Muddy River News, and it is easily the most disgusting and infuriating thing I have ever read in my whole life, and I'm going to read it to you guys now. So Brenda Butterfield is apparently not very happy that the Muddy River News and pretty much every other news outlet in the Midwest is covering the situation between Sonia Massey and Sean P. Grayson and the egregious actions that Sean P. Grayson took that resulted in Sonia's life no longer existing. Keeping in mind that Scott Butterfield is the only reason why Sean P. Grayson got that job in the first place. He had already been passed over by Springfield PD. He had already worked at 6 different departments in 4 years. And this is the mother of the deputy responsible for getting Sean P. Grayson in a badge has to say. It's titled, Letter to the Editor. Does anyone care about Sean Grayson's family or what horrifying reality they are dealing with? Okay, I'm going to try to read through this in a calm, cool, collected manner because when I read through it the first time, I had to stop myself from throwing my phone. First, to the protesters. What are you protesting? Sean is in jail, charges are filed, trial date to be set, and punishment to be applied. Sean is not going anywhere, so please knock off wearing out your sweat glands. So please take your signs and go home and just be humans. Not the amusement or disgust to the public. Point number 2. Does anyone care about Sean's family or what horrifying reality they're dealing with? What about his fiance he was to marry in October? She is an innocent young woman who is also unfairly being persecuted. Does anyone care about the destruction of her life? She is left to deal with an emotional passing. What are you talking about? Sean's future in-law families, a to-be father-in-law who is as close to Sean as a father as can be. Okay, Brenda. A future mother-in-law, sister-in-law, and brother-in-law who is Sean's friend. Future grandparents who love Sean dearly and still do. Shock, disbelief, and reality, but an undying support for Sean. The past cannot be relived. The future is unknown. We only have each day to pray without ceasing. The Sean everyone desires to hate and to persecute is not the Sean we have all known and loved. We will always support Sean. Judge not, lest ye be judged. No man or woman is without sin. There is a final judgment for all. Signed, proud grandmother-to-be of Sean Grayson. And please keep in mind, that woman decided to publish that article 20 days after Sonia Massey has passed away. 20 days. And it's literally just been a couple days since the body cam footage has been released and people now know the truth of what happened to Sonia Massey. And this is what you want to say? You want us to have sympathy for the man who took her life and his family? Oh, brother. Brenda, that was actually insane.
Hey, Mrs. Butterfield. No, I don't give a fuck. No. I don't give a fuck. To the protesters, what are you protesting? He ain't charged, he ain't in jail yet. Prison, I mean. For a long prison sentence. For taking Sonia Massey out. No. I'm not thinking about his fucking family. I'm not. I'm not thinking about his family, his kids, his friends, his dog, his favorite fishing pole. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. I want that bastard under a jail. And if you really want to be truthful, I really would like to see him get what Sonya Massey got. If you really want to be honest about it. So no, I'm not about. I'm literally not about to sit here and have sympathy. I don't. This fuck up of a human being took the life of somebody who had schizophrenia, was at least 15 feet away from him, on her knees with a hot pot of water, and this dumb bastard sat there and popped her and took her off this planet. And you want me to have sympathy for his fucking family? Have some sympathy for Sonya Massey's family, Miss Butterfield. How about you try that? Your punk ass, whatever the fuck son, grandson-in-law, half quarter ass son, or whatever the fuck he is to you, is sitting in a jail. Sonya Massey's ass is gonna be sitting in the ground in a few days. You want me to have sympathy? You want me to have sympathy? Do you have any sympathy for the Massey family? The father, who literally said he didn't know anything about this until his brother or his son or somebody told him about it? Do you have any sympathy for them? Do you? Of course you don't. But you want us to have sympathy for the killer and his family? Lady, if you get the fuck on, if you don't pack your ass up, this is what I want you to do, Miss Butterfield. I want you to follow these instructions to the letter. Because at this point, this is the only thing you could possibly do for me and anybody else who wants to see justice done for Sonya Massey. So this is what I want you to do. I want you to get on your computer and go to fuckoff.com. Then I want you to buy a villa in Fuck Off. Okay? Get yourself a nice villa overlooking Fuck Off Ocean or Fuck Off Lake, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Fuck Off River. I don't care. Right? Then I need you to go on to Priceline.com. And I need you to find out how much is a one-way trip to fuck off, right? Spend the money, Mrs. Butterfield. Spend the money. I want you to spend the money to go to fuck off, right? Now, I want you to talk to your travel agent and see whether or not you need a passport to get to fuck off. Pretty sure you're going to. So you go down to your local post office and get yourself a passport. And when they ask you, well, are you traveling? Yeah, it's a one-way trip. Where are you going? Fuck off. Then, on the day you're supposed to fly to fuck off, I want to make sure that you get a nice, healthy breakfast. Make sure you eat, because breakfast is the most important meal of the day. Something Sonya Massey will never have again. Then I want you to get in your car or have somebody drive you, because this is a one-way trip. We don't ever want you to come back. So make sure somebody is driving you to the airport of fuck off. Now, I understand that you're probably going to have to buy a ticket on one of the airlines that exclusively flies to fuck off. So I'm pretty sure Fuck Off Airlines will be selling cheap tickets. Make sure you check them out, because they always have deals for people like yourself to fuck off. Buy the ticket, right? Have somebody drive you to the airport. It's going to be at the terminal at the very far end. You'll see a big ass yellow sign with a plane with a finger up called fuck off, right? Go in there, get your bags checked, right? Make sure you get your bags and get them checked underneath, because you want to make sure you take everything with you when you fuck off, right? You're going to have to go to the immigration office before you leave the United States. So when you go there, you tell them, I'm on my way to fuck off, and get the stamp for fuck off, right? I want you to wait. They will have a beverage cart or something coming. Get yourself some beverage, get yourself some water, because you're really going to need some water, because it's a very long trip to fuck off, right? Okay. Get yourself a bottle of water, get yourself a bag of chips. Have some of those original hard cooked jalapeno chips. That way, when you're on your way to fuck off, your asshole will burn, right? And then I want you to wait until you hear the flight attendant go, now boarding for fuck off, rows 109 to 1, okay? Make sure you get in there. Show them your boarding pass. Show them that you have your passport, right? And I want you to get on the plane, okay? Now, this flight is going to take you a while, so they will be offering meals while you're flying, right? So make sure that you specify either chicken, beef, or vegetarian, right? Make sure you specify which meal you want in the time that it's going to take you to get the fuck off, right? So get on the plane. Make sure you put your seatbelt on. No smoking, because they've already told you. You see the no smoking sign up there that will say we will be arriving at fuck off at a certain amount of time. So make sure you change your watch. You change your watch to that time. You're not going to have cell phone service, so you won't be able to call your family while you're on your way to fuck off, right? They'll have movies. I think they might even have Max on there. That gives you enough time to catch up to all 8 seasons of Game of Thrones. Pay very close attention to the Red Wedding and put yourself in the shoes of Robb Stark. Okay? Now, when you get to fuck off, you get off the plane, they might speak a different language, or they might speak your language. I don't fucking know. Never been there, don't know. Make sure you go by the immigration office. And this time, instead of getting a stamp saying welcome to fuck off, you are going to ask for citizenship in fuck off. Okay? I want you to become a naturalized citizen of fuck off. That's what I want you to do. If you seriously think anybody is going to give a motherfucking fuck about this man who murdered a woman and his family, you are out of your rabbit ass mind. Because here's the part that you didn't put in your little editorial. Telling him not to kill an unarmed black woman. Telling him maybe holster your fucking weapon. But that's too late now, isn't it? It's too late now. Sonya Massey is gone. And as far as sympathy for him, you would be better off following all the steps I just gave you to fly your dumb ass to fuck off than you would asking me or any other human being to have an ounce of sympathy for that man. I sincerely hope, Mrs. Butterfield, that you follow these instructions to the letter and go fuck off. Stupid motherfucker.
Oh, you all can strap in because Bella is sitting this one out because Brenda Butterfield here is just going to be an outright bitch, and that's what I'm going to refer to her as. Now, Brenda Butterfield is the grandmother-in-law to this piece of shit that murdered Sonya Massey, Sean Grayson, and she wrote this editorial that I am going to use my platform to respond to. Let's get it. So this is how that pillbilly alabaster snow roach, troglodyte glowworm that calls herself the grandmother-in-law of Sean Grayson starts off this letter. First, to the protesters. What are you protesting? Sean is in jail, charges are filed, trial date to be set, and punishment to be applied. Sean is not going anywhere, so please knock off wearing out your sweat glands. So please take your signs and go home and just be humans, not the amusement or disgust to the public. Nothing like a weak ass bitch and their hypocrisy in their white privilege. Like you could just tell somebody that's protesting to go home. See, we're not only protesting that your weak ass grandson-in-law murdered Sonya Massey. We're protesting the fact that why was his weak ass on a police force in the first place after having 4 years and 6 jobs under his belt? Not to mention the two DUI convictions. You knew about that, right? Yeah, you knew about that. That's also part of this protest. He shouldn't have been there in the first place to kill an unarmed black woman. Now continue. Does anyone care about Sean's family or what horrific reality they're dealing with? This weak ass bitch talks about horrifying realities. Bitch, did you all have to bury Sean last Friday like Sonya Massey's family had to bury her? Did you all have to contend with the fact that you don't even have all of the circumstances and details surrounding why your weak ass grandson-in-law, since that's what you want to call him, even shot their loved one in the first place? You want to talk about horrific realities. What about his fiance he was to marry in October? What about his fiance? What about Sonya Massey's children that were looking forward to spending many more birthdays with their mother? Birthdays that your weak-ass grandson-in-law made sure that they would never celebrate with their mother again. She is an innocent young woman who also is unfairly being persecuted. Did this bitch say persecuted? In the face of a unarmed black woman in her own home having her life taken by her grandson-in-law? Yep. Leave it to a 2 cocktail drinking before noon, 2 pill popping Valium ass white woman to be melodramatic and their "oh, woe it's me" narrative. Does anybody care about the destruction of her life? She is left to deal with an emotional death. What? An emotional death? No, Sonya Massey's family is dealing with a physical, emotional, spiritual death. They put their child into the ground last Friday. What's she doing? What Isabella's problem? She gets to go see the murderer of Sonya Massey on visitation day. Maybe you should go with her. Sean's future in-law's family, a to-be father-in-law who is as close to Sean as a father can be. Maybe he should have taught Sean not to kill unarmed black women in their own home. Perhaps that would have been a good fatherly advice move, especially since he's a police officer, right? A future mother-in-law, sister-in-law, and brother-in-law who is Sean's friend. Future grandparents who love Sean dearly and still do. You mean like the future mother-in-law that Sonya Massey is never going to get to be now? The future family members that she is never going to get to share any of her life experience with, the future grandchildren and great-grandchildren that she is never going to get to meet because of your grandson-in-law. Future grandparents who love Sean dearly and still do. And you still can, because Sean is not dead. Shock, disbelief, and reality, but an undying support for Sean. I just got to insert this right quick because this is an editorial to a newspaper, but a whole whitewashed education system. And this is the best grammatical structure you can come up with for this letter. The past cannot be relived. Of course it can't. That's always convenient for you all. The future is unknown, but your future includes a Sean that is still alive. We only have each day to pray without ceasing. It's interesting that you mentioned pray without ceasing because Sonya Massey was killed after she told your grandson-in-law that she rebuked him in the name of Jesus, and somehow that bullet still found her face. The Sean everybody desires to hate and persecute is not the Sean we have all known and loved. One more time for the grammatical structure. That should be loved, but I digress. Yeah, you're right. We don't know that Sean. We only know the Sean that kills unarmed black women in their own homes. You all are not unarmed black women, are you? So you're probably safe. We will always support Sean. And you can, because Sean is alive. See, a casket is supporting Sonya Massey right now. Judge not, lest ye be judged. Yeah, I already covered my judgment of you in the beginning of this video. No man, woman is without sin. There is a final judgment for us all. proud grandmother to be of Sean Grayson. You can't make this up. These privileged alabaster troglodytic glowworm escapees from the Caucasus Mountains think they can just play in our face and we not notice. Like we didn't notice all the religious references in this letter. In the face of your grandson to be, Sean Grayson, shooting Sonya Massey in the face when she said, "I rebuke you in the name of Jesus." Yeah, that's my response to this weak-ass bitch's editorial.
Like, seriously, lovelies, it's actually the audacity for me. So, your so-called son-in-law to be, or your grandson-in-law to be, did something as terrible as what he did have been circulating all over social media for the past week. And all you could do was to write an article, you posted it in the public, telling people of how they don't ask the well-being of your son, or telling people of why is it that nobody is, talking about how your son-in-law feels. Like, seriously, this is the reason why this young man has, the audacity to do whatsoever he felt that it was also right for him to do, because of people like this that enables him. This young woman went ahead to talk about how he is not running anywhere. Why are they protesting and all of that? As if we don't know the reason why these protesters are protesting. They are protesting so that something like this will not repeat itself. They are protesting so that this man will be behind bars. They are protesting so that justice will be served. This is the reason why they are protesting. And you don't have the reason, the nerves to tell people to go back to their home and stop protesting because your so-called, is not running anyway. So you just want everybody to just keep quiet, stay in their homes, and pretend as if nothing of such happened, so that you guys can eventually slink away from all of the charges because nobody is talking about it. This is the reason why she wrote this. They don't like the fact at which people are calling their sins out. They don't like the fact to see that a lot of people are just so tired with their shenanigans. They don't like the fact they were thinking that people will not, come out and voice their opinion, try to cancel them or cancel the man for doing whatever he want to do, so that eventually everyone will not talk about it. They'll forget about it and they'll still move on with their life. And what happens to Sonia Mercy's family? How they get justice? If this is not done, do you think that justice will be served? These guys are doing the right thing to make sure that justice is served. This is the reason why this young man have the nerve, because of the people that he grew up with, of the people that he associated himself with, of the white supremacy he has, put himself into. He feels that he have the, nerves to do whatever he want to do. He have the supremacy, have everyone backing him up. He have the connection. So I'm just going to do whatever I want to do. And no one is going to say anything about it. This is what you feel? That is why she have to go as far as writing this article, telling people, seriously. The thing is that information reaching us again says that this young man have a very, 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 very bad reputation. His portfolio is nothing to write home about. His profile is just, negativity. Someone that cannot even give an accurate report. Someone that actually taints with a report. What do you think? What do you think that someone like this will be capable of doing? Seriously, he has so many negativity in his portfolios and all of that. Why is it that he continued? Why is it that he was allowed to still continue doing this safe job? But it was said that he has, a very horrific background. He's not someone that respect. He has, He's very aggressive. He can't even control himself. This is the kind of person that they handle, stuff to. Like, seriously, Lois. And this woman, instead of you to cancel your grandson-in-law, instead of you to actually tell him the truth, cancel him, blend him, lock him up in a room so that he will understand what he did. Because as it is, I think this guy does not even have any form of remorse. He doesn't. He feels that I'm definitely gonna get away with it. I'm still gonna, like. And the thing is that, why always black women? Why? Like, seriously, Lovelace. And you are here writing all of your article is the audacity for me. What happens to the family of the one that lost? What happens to them? Because you feel that, after all, you are the ones in charge and all of that. Like, seriously, it's high time black people have to just get up and defend themselves. Because these people, they'll just do whatever they want to do and want to get away with it. When they see that black people are that are also standing up to stand on their feet, I think something like this will reduce, because this is just getting too much. This is getting too much. Anyway, Lovelace, why not just leave me your own thoughts in the comment section of what you think of this video. And do not forget that we do not support any form of bullying, harassment, or whatsoever. We're just here for educational and informative purposes. So please subscribe, leave a thought, and I will see you, Lovelace, when I upload the next one.